Welcome back to week 11 of our continuous series of ranking all of our chicken breeds. Today we're going to be doing one of our most commonly found breeds, so enjoy. Before I get into the actual ranking of the chicken and introducing a little bit about her, let me talk a little bit about the criteria that we use for ranking. So, 4 different categories. The first one is going to be eggs. It's going to be quantity of eggs, color of eggs, quality of eggs, everything to do with eggs, out of 5. Next is going to be broodiness, also out of 5. All these categories out of 5. For broodiness, it's going to be how often do they like to sit on eggs to try to hatch them out, and in turn they stop laying on that period. So overall, how broody are they, how broody have they been, so on and so forth. And then the third category is friendliness. So that's within the flock. How friendly are they to their flock mates? We have a diverse flock, 26 different breeds, so lots of different shapes, sizes, looks, personalities. How well do they blend in with everyone? And then also, how friendly are they to us as the people, taking care of them? Do they give us any problems? Do they want to hang out with us? All those things. And then the last category is a completely subjective category, which is cuteness. So however we want to judge it, how cute are they? What kind of special quirks do they have? Any cool characteristics, anything like that. So like I said, all those categories out of 5. So between the 4, we get a point total out of 20. And then we compare them to the rest of our breeds to get a actual ranked list and see where they fall. Without further ado, today's girl is Shirley the Speckled Sussex. Now, Speckled Sussex are a pretty common breed, like I mentioned early on. She's one of our more common breeds that we have here. You'll find them in a lot of times in your local feed stores or hatcheries online. And they're known for this beautiful speckled coloration. So she's a brown with the white tip speckles. And a cool thing about the Speckled Sussex is as they age, they actually get more white. So when she was younger, she didn't have as much. And as she's molted a couple times now, she gets more and more white. You can see up around her head is almost completely white. So that's pretty cool that every single molt she looks a little bit different, so over the course of her life she will continue to be a more and more unique girl. We don't know what she's going to look like every time. Other than that, no other crazy characteristics about the Sussex. They have no feathered feet. They just have clean legs, light pink in color, no crazy beards or muffs, just a standard head, so you can easily see her combs and wattles. And other than that, she's a dual purpose bird, so about medium size in our flock, can be used for meat or eggs. So she's pretty good size, not crazy big, like I said, kind of middle of the road in our flock. And yeah, that's pretty much a bit about the Speckled Sussex. It's a tongue twister if you can't tell, too many S's. So let's get into the actual rankings. Now our girl here, Shirley, is disappointingly one of our worst egg layers in the flock. She goes through very long periods of not laying any eggs at all, which is actually probably been most of her life. She is going on 3 years old, and I would say that overall she's probably laid less than 60 eggs in her life, because like I said, she just goes through patches of not laying at all, and then when she does lay, she lays where she's not supposed to. She likes to lay in the coop instead of the actual nest box or on the floor, and that's only when she is laying. Like I said, she hasn't laid that many. So going on 3 years, she probably laid 20 or so eggs each year. So definitely very low in the production side. And then, like I said, when she is laying, she lays where she's not supposed to, which is problematic because other girls see eggs in places and they want to lay there where they're not supposed to, and creates bad habits for everyone. But luckily, she doesn't lay that often, so it's not that terrible. It's only when she is laying, which is far and few between. And those eggs are typical light brown, tan eggs. So nothing really special about them, not a lot of them. So I'm gonna give her a 1 out of 5 for eggs, because like I said, her specifically, I know that's not gonna be true of every speckled Sussex. However, for her specifically, she does not lay a lot of eggs at all. And when she does, she's problematic where she lays them. So 1 out of 5 on eggs. Now broodiness, she has never been broody, so it's really going to be a short little segment here. So she's going to get the obligatory 1 out of 5 for broodiness as well. Never had the urge to be broody or hatch out eggs or really lay eggs. So overall, she's just a family pet in that aspect. And then friendliness, another disappointing aspect for Shirley in particular is that we really wanted to get speckled Sussex. One, because of how pretty they are. We love that pattern and the idea that every time she molts, she's going to get more white and look different, which is really cool. And then the other aspect was that we had heard a lot of stories from people that have owned speckled Sussex about how friendly they are. A lot of people equated them to almost like dogs, where they want to follow you around and just be super social and outgoing, and yeah, like I said, like dogs of the chicken world. However, we found that it's not really the case with her. She's not scared of us. As you can see, she's getting close right now. She's not skittish. She's just not overly friendly. There are definitely girls in our flock that are much friendlier than her. She doesn't want to really interact with us. She'll come up, we have food, like I just put Scratch out on the ground, which is why everybody's looking for food and why she's near me right now. But besides that, not really that interested in us, and definitely not as hyped up as the friendliness as we expected from her. But like I said, I mean, she's kind of a weirdo in the aspect that she doesn't lay a lot of eggs, and she's not overly friendly like we expected. So, you know, when you get chickens, I mean, it's kind of like any other thing in life. There's outliers to the breeds themselves, and she seems to be an outlier from all the reviews and stories that we've heard of people who've had them speckled Sussex themselves. And she's just kind of been oddball her entire life. When she was little, we called her Squirrely Shirley because she was just so like spastic in the brooder and just strange. She's kind of calmed down as she's gotten older, but still, yeah, not nearly as hyped up and overly friendly as we expected. So that's one aspect with humans. And then with the flock, she can be kind of testy. I think it's because she's always been kind of lower down in the flock, so anytime we introduce new girls, she always has to reinforce and fight for her pecking order so that she doesn't get replaced. So every time we've introduced new girls, she has been a problematic hen that always wants to combat them. Like I said, it's probably likely because in our original batch she was low down and still is low down, so she has to constantly fight for that anytime there's new girls, which is totally fair and normal in chicken world. It's just is what it is. She kind of goes above and beyond a little bit. She's drew blood a couple times, grabbing onto combs of new girls like Connie. Her and Connie right there had beef for a while, but eventually it settled down and she kind of chilled out when the pecking order was reestablished. So again, like I said, it's normal for chickens, so I'm not going to dock her too much. But overall, she's not crazy friendly. She is friendly, kind of middle of the road as far as getting along with everyone, besides the new girls. So overall, I'd probably give her about a 2.8. when it comes to friendliness, kind of middle of the road. Dock her a little bit just for being a little overly aggressive with the new girls. So 2.8 out of 5 for friendliness. And then cuteness. So I mentioned earlier, we affectionately called her Squirrely Shirley because she was such a weirdo in the brooder when we got them. She kind of had like the worst balance of anyone, and would just kind of even drink water funny. Like, she would dip down to drink water and then bend her head way back to where she almost stumbled and fell over, and we just thought that was silly. And then also she was just really spastic every time you stuck your hand in there to say hi to everyone. She was kind of squirrely, just running away, being all silly. So, I mean, she has an affectionate nickname, so that's, I guess, cute in some aspects. She has that really pretty color and pattern that we talked about before, so that's cute. But other than that, I mean, honestly, overall, kind of a disappointment from what we expected when we chose the breed, specifically for the personality, and honestly, egg laying too. We thought she was going to be a good egg layer. So I think she's kind of an outlier, like I said earlier, of the breed itself. So definitely don't take this as like gospel for the actual breed, but her specifically has been underwhelming in as far as what we expected, and it's just kind of like a middle of the pack hen. Nothing really stands out as far as when you come out here. Like, you're not looking for Shirley to spend time with, or she's not looking for you. She kind of blends in with everyone, and like I said, not laying that much egg, so also just blends in. Nothing really that notable or anything about her. So I think I would just give her like an average 3 out of 5 score on cuteness. She's beautiful, but not necessarily cute, and just kind of middle of the pack. So give her a middle of the pack score, 3 out of 5. So overall, that makes her score this right here on the screen, which unfortunately, if you look at her rankings, puts her dead last, because I mean, she doesn't really score high in any of the categories. She's kind of middle of the road or bottom tier in every single one of them, unfortunately. Like I said, I wouldn't put this as this is going to be the case for every speckled Sussex, because like I said, compared to what we've seen online, definitely out of the norm as far as personality and egg laying and things like that go. But like, every chicken's unique, and this is just her personally and our experience with her. So keep it honest, keep it real, give her an accurate score. And we still got a lot more reviews to do, so come back each week and we'll continue to do them. Hopefully you'll see your favorite breed between all of them, either the ones we've done or the ones we're going to do. So stick around, come back. And from Shirley over here and the rest of us, until next time, stay Pyrfect.